So please tell us your name and roll number for this exam.
I'm Sangeeta-Interview. My roll number is 332028.
Okay, now without mentioning your name and roll number, please give us a brief introduction.
I have done my schooling from St. Xavier's High School, Khandagiri, Bhubaneswar. Thereafter, I completed my graduation in geology from Devonshire University, Cuttack. My hobbies are anchoring, writing blogs on women issues and environment. I also do food illustrations. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So please tell me why you have not preferred Odisha Revenue Service over Odisha Taxation and Account Service?
Sir, I wanted a balance in my preference list. Since I already had preferred for Odisha Administrative Service, that was the only Group A job available. I wanted something like finance to be my second option, just so that a balance is maintained in my preference list, since financial inclusion is as important as our administrative management. And OFS was not notified this year, so I took.
Do you know that by entering into Odisha Revenue Service?
Yes, sir. It's a feeder cadre for the Odisha Administrative Service. But as I said, I wanted to give a different option.
Knowingly you have done.
Yes, sir. I wanted a different option.
So you don't want to enter into Odisha Administrative Service this way, through this?
Sir, either ways
your
I'll be.
first preference is Administrative Service.
Yes, sir.
So definitely, people who want to join Administrative Service, definitely in a later stage there is a probability that will be.
Sir, I could not actually make a choice between finance and administrative. Had there been Odisha Finance Service, I would have been confused again. So I had to give a different preference. Since the Odisha Taxation and Account Service is a feeder cadre for Odisha Finance Service, I gave that as my second.
So
preference.
that means you want to say that had it been there that Odisha Financial Service, then we would have gone for that.
Sir, it would have been tough for me to choose between administrative and finance, since I believe that both of them are interdependent upon each other, and both are needed for a well functioning of a state.
Okay. So your hobby is anchoring.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me one issue, like it is nowadays, Odia Osmita and the other thing you might have heard,
Yes, sir.
that a lady anchor
Yes, sir.
made a blunder while pronouncing a great poet.
Yes,
What
sir.
is it? That poet.
Sir, as far as I'm able to recall, it was probably Gopavandhu Das's name. Yes, she actually messed up there.
Okay. Which one is correct?
It is Klanta Kavi.
Kanto.
It's Kanto Kavi, I guess. Sir.
Kanto na Kanto?
Kanto Kavi, sir.
Kanto. Ye Kanto.
Sir, I'm unable to recall the name.
अच्छा मते को जे बंदे उत्कल जननी के लिखे.
Yes, sir. It's by him. It's Lakshmi Dhar Das. I'm unable. Lakshmi Kant. Sir, I'm unable to.
अच्छा ठीक है जी. How about it, sir? Bartman, you are working as content writer.
Yes, sir.
So what is it?
Sir, I was working as content writer.
Was okay.
Yes, sir.
So what was your experience and how it has helped you achieve your where you are today?
Sir, my work dealt with preparing notes for the students after the classes were over. It also dealt with proofreading and editing of any already.
Which standard student?
Sir, they conduct classes for usually OSSC CGL
Okay.
batches. So about the general studies notes, that was my work. And that helped me since I came in contact with students. They came and they told me that my note should have been in a certain way. And I did make many mistakes in my note making. So they again informed me that this is where you need to concentrate. You would left this part. So again, that helped me in my preparation.
So why not teaching? Because you are anchoring, then good in speaking also.
Yes, sir.
So why not teaching?
Sir, I wasn't offered to teach there. There was a position for content writership. I had applied. I got so I wasn't offered.
Okay, there is a controversy regarding the name change of Ravenshaw University.
Yes.
What is your take on that issue?
Sir, I believe that Ravenshaw as a university is known worldwide by its name. Its alumni base is known all over the world, and they are identified by the name of Ravenshaw. So changing it might cause a problem to its identity. But since our learned people's representatives have thought over it, I feel it deserves a good amount of debate. Also, I believe that Ravenshaw, being our foremost university of our state, deserves a much more development in its infrastructure, research, and teaching. So we need to concentrate on that.
As you shared that there needs to be some healthy debate.
Yes, sir.
So in that debate, which side you will be?
Sir, I will choose for not changing the name since there's an identity associated with its name, and I have been a student of the college. I would not prefer for the change of name.
Okay, being neutral, you tell me. Then what is the positive of changing the name?
So positives would be representation of our many freedom fighters. For example, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose studied in Ravenshaw Collegiate School. He was born and brought up in Cuttack. So we have missed out on many such eminent names. And associating a name with a very famous place also imparts knowledge to the new generation. They learn about the personality from his name.
Using that kind of personality who is already known all over the world, even for in India also.
Sir?
Then you are saying that only by naming an university after him, after his
Sir,
name.
it is also honoring him by naming the university after him. University is a temple of education. So naming a university after some eminent personality is honoring him or her in the best possible way.
Okay. Another question that now you find that many schemes related to women have been rolled out. Recently, one scheme is
Subhadra also.
Subhadra. So, don't you think that many women who are deserving are left out by these criteria?
Yes, sir. Since it has a lot of criteria, like 1,500 per month should be
Yes, very
the.
good, So, don't you think it is not that logical?
Yes, it is not logical to leave out people who have 1,500. I feel is a very less ceiling number for excluding or including a certain population for benefiting from the
So,
scheme.
as an administrator, what you would have been done if you were?
Sir, but I also believe that it causes a stress to the budget, to the state's budget, to include so many people under the scheme.
Okay, then when election was there, that time, did a false promise like will include every woman?
Yes, sir.
So that is, don't you feel that is regionalistic, or that is also that amounts to some kind of corruption by political parties, misleading people to vote?
Sir, I am not very aware of the political background, but maybe they had not estimated well before.
Your statement says that why you are not able. You are an educated person and also preparing for civil service, and the voter also.
Yes.
Responsible major citizen. So now you are saying that I'm not aware of the political this. Then now you are saying that my aim is focused fully on preparation for civil service.
No, sir. I meant that why they could not keep their promise. I'm not really aware of that. Maybe they had made some errors in estimation, which is why they believed that they could be able to include everyone. And then
So that is
when
the
they
reason
are
I'm saying,
actually implementing,
what if you were in the service, then what would have been your approach?
so if I would have been in the service, it would have been my work to implement government's policies. So I will have
So
to
you are saying civil service
listen
has
to
no
them.
role in formulation of policy.
No, it has.
That's why I'm saying what will be done now.
So civil services has a role such that it will submit feedback. It will get feedback from the people, submit feedback to the government, and also submit policy changes.
At least you should try to convince the political masters or the executives. You should try or not.
Yes.
So that I wanted to know. Okay, no.
Okay, one thing you told that you are good at blogging, writing something like on women issues, and yeah. So can you say, tell me that nowadays, like we have a very prominent debate on working woman and housewife, or you say some tell that they are much more efficient, some tell that, and in that future you are going to be a part of that also. So how will you have a balance in the work life?
So, I'm sorry, ma'am. For work-life balance, I believe I'll need help from my family. I'll not be able to do it all alone. I'll need help from each and every member of my family. Along with that, in my workplace, I need help from all of my staff, and I will try to work together with everyone. I cannot achieve it all alone.
Nowadays, a lot of very prominent thing which is being encountered in the society is lot of children are facing some issues like autism, like ADHD, like cerebral paralysis, is like dyslexia, which we say like it's like a ADH, or we say autistic spectrum analysis is being done, and we are finding in every 10 children, one of them is facing that. And in the present scenario in Odisha, especially if you go, the schools are not that much efficient to handle these children. Though government has already passed some orders that all the schools have to accommodate certain person, but that is not implicated in the ground level. So as an administrative officer, I want to ask two questions related to this. How to make sure of that? Because these children also have the right to have the education as a normal children. Okay, so but that is practically is not relevant in the present scenario. The second thing is that when we in Odisha, a lot of parents are not aware of these things. Like we say that these things, when if I see a report, I find that if we diagnose this problem in an early stage of 3 years, then we can handle it. But in the later, it becomes difficult. But the parents are not aware of they don't know about this. So as an administrative officer, if you get appointed, how are you going to handle both these conditions?
The implementation
Implementation
as
in
well
the
as-
school level, as well as awareness among the social people in the society.
Ma'am, first of all, we can roll out this awareness program through Asha Karmis, and we can show this as short advertisements on TV channels. We can give on newspaper awareness. This is how we can roll out awareness in the primary level. And also in primary healthcare institutions, this can be made aware to expecting mothers, so they'll be aware at a very early stage. For implementation, I believe that we can make a system in which they submit an application to the block education officers at their office, and the block education officer by their address will notify schools that they need to accept these students and admit them. And also teachers need to be trained well. That will be ensured by the government on how to implement this program.
Okay. Another thing is you have written about food illustration. So can you just elaborate a bit about that?
Food illustrations are actually short, smaller pictures, depictions, or diagrammatic representation of food. It is usually accompanied by a piece of written information, which makes it different from drawing. Drawing is accompanied by words. This can have legally or a written reference to what it is.
So how Odisha cuisines have a prominent role in our day-to-day lives? And what is the position of Odisha cuisine in the world?
Ma'am, in our day-to-day lives, Odisha cuisine is interdependent on the weather, on our topography, and of course, we are a coastal belt. So that's how our cuisines are made. For example, we are a rice-eating state. Of course, due to our monsoon type of climate, paddy is grown. Due to many rivers traversing through Odisha, and for our coastal, we being a coastal state, we have fish eaters more than meat eaters in our state. About the representation on an international platform, I feel we have not done enough yet. We need to host maybe exhibitions on national level. For example, recently in the Delhi Heart, we had hosted our Dahi and Pokhara and various pithas. So this is how we can take it to a wider platform. Yeah. So,
Okay. So, you've written one of your hobbies as blocking on women issues and environment issues. So, recently, in the recent past, there has been a lot of decisions by the Supreme Court and reports in the media about misuse of your anti-dowry laws or dowry death laws, like 498A of the IPCL. So, suppose you are in a after joining civil service, you are in a position related to women welfare. Okay, and a case comes to you where prima facie you find that you are of opinion that it's a case of marital discord. The woman she is accusing her husband and in-laws of demanding dowry and other harassment and dowry related torture, etc. So you find that that is not substantiated through proof and circumstantial evidences does not support what she is saying. But a lot of women NGOs are putting pressure on you. Media pressure is also there to just go along the flow. Okay, and to take action against the husband and his family. In that case, what are you going to do? So, two aspects. Number one, why misuse of this law, which Supreme Court with the recent multiple times there pointed it out. And secondly, the situation of if you are in such a situation.
so misuse of the law can be traced to the patriarchal roots and also the years of distress that women have gone through. They feel that they need to answer back in a certain way. It might be unfair, but somehow they feel that they have the right to do so. And also we have got loopholes in our laws which are allowing them to misuse those laws. Thirdly, I believe that some women might have this attitude of getting a easy pass to extort money from from their husbands by doing this. This needs to be addressed by spreading awareness that they can also land in trouble by doing this. And also, I guess morality needs to be taught in various stages of life to avoid such things. And so, about what would be my action to this, I feel that we can deal with one interest group at a time, those women groups, and we can talk that how this will affect the entire women section of our state in a poorer way in future, and how supporting this might cause problems that one cannot see right now. For example, one can face trouble as women also in a dowry case, along with the husband. Even the female members of the family are put in, so they can also face the same trouble in future. So they need to be made aware on that. And sir, most importantly, law should take its action, and it should not be impacted by interest groups or media trial, and all such activities that are associated with it should not be put affecting law from taking its course of action. Along with evidences, substantial data, law taking its course of action, we can definitely get justice.
Multiple times there has been demand from various quarters for death penalty for rape. So what is your opinion regarding this? And the other critics are also there who say that if we go for death penalty for rape, then the number of rape survivors will decrease, because the assaulter will eventually kill them, because he knows that he'll get the same punishment. So what is your opinion regarding this?
Sir, I don't think that death penalty should be the proper way to deal with rape cases. On various occasions, we have seen that the rapist is very often the near one or one of the relatives of the victim. So in such cases, the family avoids reporting the case. So by establishing a death penalty, we will lessen the number of reported crimes. So, and also, as you said, that this will also put the life of the victim in danger, because eventually they will kill the victim to not get reported. So, sir, death penalty shouldn't be allowed till we ensure that our investigation is going to be robust and is going to be 100% foolproof. Till we are not able to ensure that, which cannot be ensured because human errors are always there, I don't think that a rape penalty should be there for rape cases.
So that means we're saying that whoever will be hanged, there is some doubt over it. That means investigation is not
No,
proper
sir.
and court has
Sir,
given that.
not in every case the investigation is very robust. Only the cases I feel that are
So many hierarchical judicial system is there.
yes,
Don't you feel that your statement, if they are pointing out that if somebody is in hand, then definitely there is some proof and already
yes,
it's
sir.
proven
In
established.
those cases,
Then how you can say that because of that only you don't want to answer it?
So because of the,
Because of that you are saying that some doubt over that is there. It's not established. Court established hela kare to sab kuch na.
sir, I meant that we have seen that in many cases the rape cases are false.
Also, don't you think that if it is not proven, then who will hang? Or it will not be that easy, no?
Yes, sir. If it's not, that's what I meant, that in every rape case we cannot just go
But
for
how you
death
can
penalty.
relate death penalty to that point of argument which you are making?
About the investigation.
Ah.
Sir, that's what I meant, that it needs a 100% robust investigation before assuring a death,
No, I don't
penalty.
agree with you in that front, because that is there unless until it is proven, and our system is always in favor of that. Never benefit of doubt always goes in favor of that. So you cannot say that because of that.
Sir, maybe because I meant that in many false rape cases,
No, that is
people
there.
have,
That is there. Others are suffering, but in the long run, what is the connection with death penalty?
sir, in case
Complete
that
rehabilitation.
sir, there are cases where even rape cases are proven. So rape is such, suppose marital rape.
That is still
In
now it is not.
those cases,
No, that is not means here for that. No, that is not among to offense. In Indian context, I say this offense physical.
yes,
This
sir.
thing you can say that, but it is not penal in that sense. Physical
So we
abuse
have
you may
also
consider.
seen situations like in live-in relationships. The females, they come later on accusing of rape on the pretext of marriage. Sir, on these grounds, sir, this has no proof. No one can prove that it was not a rape. It could be a rape. It couldn't be a rape. It won't be proved. If the entire statement relies on the woman, and if
Okay, what is your opinion on the issue of adultery?
adultery, sir, it is. I feel it is immoral.
Immoral. Then the court verdict, Supreme Court's verdict on that, decriminalizing it.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree with that or disagree?
So the court calls it immoral, but it is not but does not criminalize it.
So
So-
I'm particularly asking about that criminalization, not decriminalizing, whether it is right or
Sir,
not.
it cannot be criminalized.
Why?
How can it be criminalized? Because it is a person's choice. Whatever, I agree that it is immoral, but it is a person's choice at the end. And it is not a crime because you are not harming a person physically. I mean, you're harming her mentally, but it is not something that one cannot come out of it, and it causes a greater harm in the long run.
But marriage is an institution, and staying within that institution, if you indulge in something.
So the other person can seek divorce.
So that's saying that that can be a ground for divorce,
Yes, sir.
but it is not a crime.
It is not a crime, sir.
So you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's right. Sir.
Okay. Recently, there is a controversy going on related to the visit of Prime Minister to the residence of Chief Justice of India
Yes, sir.
related to this Ganpati Puja. So critics say that it is a religious function. It was not a public function, and cameras were also there. So it was not proper on the part of the Prime Minister, who is head of the government, to go to the Chief Justice residence. Had it be a public function, things would have been different. What is your opinion?
Sir, I agree. Sir, since our judiciary is a checkpoint on the legislature and the executive, such a function, a private function where cameras are there, I feel that the prime minister establishing a relationship in a personal level might impact our judiciary's checkpoints over legislations.
Okay, suppose same situation, no cameras, no information. That means Chief Justice had a private religious Ganpati Utsav. He called the Prime Minister in secret. Prime Minister went there. He declared and declared. Do you think that is okay for the religious?
So that is,
And people completely not knowing about it.
so if people are not knowing about it, then they won't have a doubt. So that kind of holds the country together in a way. Everything in a democracy, I believe that we need to show people that there's a judiciary that needs to check, that is checking the legislature. So this incident has created doubts in the heads of people, and that is why it is a problem. Had it been a secret meeting, it wouldn't have created such doubts, and it wouldn't have been much of a problem.
Okay. So, in secret, suppose they meet and they discuss something, you don't think that is a problem for a police?
Sir, as long as we are not doubting the system, I feel it should be okay, because we do not know. There might be many channels behind us already. We are not aware of everything. So exactly like that, this could be just another meeting.
Okay. There is a English saying that ignorance is bliss. Have you heard?
Yes, sir.
What does it mean? And if you can give an example, real life example, and explain that.
Sir, there are certain problems that we will feel anyway. For example, if we are in urban cities, the problem of noise pollution, of cars honking and going by, if we really pay heed to it, then we won't be able to carry on our day-to-day jobs. But when we start accepting that this is how it is going to be, we will establish peace with it, and we will be able to carry out our jobs well.
Okay. You have heard this, that good politics is bad economics, and good economics is bad politics. So from this point of view, can you tell me what is your position about freebies, what the media calls freebies, or populist welfare schemes in a country like India, with so much strain on our resources and such a huge population, which is keeping on increasing? Do you think that we can afford this?
Sir, in a country like India, I feel that freebies have to be given. We have a greater part of our population which is underprivileged, which is not getting 2 square meals a day. So I feel freebies need to be given, but then we need to find out the real beneficiaries for it. There are ghost beneficiaries, then there are double beneficiaries for the freebies allotted. So I think we need to really carry out a good data management system and focus on that.
Okay. So that was the end of the interview. Now feedback.
ମୁଁ ଯୋଉଟା କହିଲି କି ସେତେବେଳେ ଯୋଉ କାନ୍ତ କବି ସେଇଟା ଟିକେ ଧ୍ୟାନ ଦବ।
Sir, ମୁଁ ନିଜେ ବି ସେଟା ପଢିଥିଲି, ସେତେବେଳେ ନ୍ୟୁଜରେ ଦେଖିଥିଲି, and friends ମାନଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ବି discuss କରିଥିଲି. I have no idea how I
ଠିକ ଅଛି,
ସେଟା ହୁଏ।
pressure na ପୁରା forward କେତେଟା ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁରେ stress interview ପଚାରିଲେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ନାଁ କଣ, actually ସେମାନେ 5 ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ପରେ answer କରନ୍ତି। So that is quite
Normal.
yeah.
It's normal.
So ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କଥା, just suppose basic ଜିନିଷଟା ବି
କରିଯିବ ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ୍ ପ୍ୟାଟର୍ନ।
Sorry, sir, I couldn't recall. I beg your pardon.
just that कि माने ମୁଁ believe ସେତେବେଳେ କରିପାରିଲିନି କି ମୋର ମନ ହଉନି।
ସେଟା ହୁଏ। It's a normal thing.
ହୁଏ ସେଟା କିଛି ନାହିଁ। ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଭାବରେ କହିକି ସର୍ଭିସ ରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ସେ କଣ ସଲ୍ଭ କରୁଛନ୍ତି? ଭାବ, ମୁଁ ସବୁବେଳେ ଏଇଟାକୁ ଭାବେ, ସେ ସବୁବେଳେ ଭାବ ଯେ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଜେନ୍ୟୁଇନ୍ ପର୍ସନ, ସେଠି ଭୁଲିଗଲେ ଚଳିବ, କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଖସ୍ଥ କରିକି ମ୍ୟାଡାମ କହିଦଉଥିବେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଦିନେ ସେ ସମ୍ମାନ ନଥିବ। ସେଇଭଳି ଅଫିସର ଅଛନ୍ତି ବୋଲି ତ ରାଜ୍ୟରେ ଏଇ ଅବସ୍ଥା। ମୁଁ ସେଇଟା ଯେତେବେଳେ ବି ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ନିଏ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ, ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ସର୍ଭିସରେ ନାହିଁ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଏବେ ବି ଫିଲ୍ କରେ ଯେ ମୁଁ ଲଢୁଛି ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଭଲ ପିଲା ଯାଆନ୍ତି। ଆଉ ସେଇଟା ଯୋଉ କହିଲ ଆଉ ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରିମ ଷ୍ଟେଟମେଣ୍ଟ ଦେବାର ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା ନାହିଁ କାହିଁକି ନା ଯୋଉଟା ସାର୍ ପଚାରୁଥିଲେ ଯୋଉ କଥାଟା ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି ସାର୍ ଯୋଉଟା ଆପଣ ପଚାରିଲେ ସିକ୍ରେଟଲି ହେଇଥିଲେ ଯେମିତି ଏଠି ପାଣ୍ଡିଆ ଭେଟିଥିଲେ ଜଷ୍ଟିସକୁ ସିଏ ବି ଗୋଟେ ଭୁଲ ଟ୍ରାଏ ହେଲା କୋର୍ଟ ଶୁଣିଗଲେ ମାନେ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଖବର ପହଞ୍ଚିବ ତେଣୁ ଯଦି ଓପନଲି କୌଣସି ଜିନିଷ ଭେଟୁଛନ୍ତି କିଛି ଭୁଲ ନାହିଁ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିବେ ତାପରେ ଯୋଉଟା କହିଲେ ପବ୍ଲିକ ଫଙ୍କସନ ଏଇଟା ହେଇଗଲା ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ଗୋଟେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଭିଜୁଆଲ ଇଏ ରହିଛି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ମତେ ଖାଲି କୁହ ଯେ ଚିଫ ଜଷ୍ଟିସ ଯଦି ତାଙ୍କର ସମ୍ପର୍କୀୟ ହେଇଥାନ୍ତେ ମତେ ଆଉ ସେ ଜଷ୍ଟ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପ୍ରାଇମ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର ଇଏ ହେଇଥାନ୍ତେ ତାପରେ କଣ ଏଇଟା ହେଇଯିବ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷ ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ କାହିଁକି ଭାବିବା ଯେ ଗୋଟେ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ସେଠି ଗୋଟେ ଇଏ ରହୁଛି ମୁଁ ସେଇଟାକୁ ବିଲିଭ କରୁନି ସେଇ ଜିନିଷ
ଆପଣଙ୍କର ନାରାୟଣ ମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ଆଉ ତାଙ୍କ ସାନିଆଙ୍କର ବେଷ୍ଟ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ତ ଆପଣ କହିବେ ଯେ ସେ କାହିଁକି ଗଲେ ଇଏ ତ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆର ସେଇଠି ତାହେଲେ ଏଇଠି ରିଲେସନ ଏଇଠି ହେଲା ବଟ୍ नो certain relations ତ ରିଲେସନ ସେ ହବା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ତ ରିଲେସନ ଅଛି ନା ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ ତ ସେ ହାଇଏଷ୍ଟ ପୋଜିସନ ଆଉ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ବି ସେଥିରେ ତାଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଟର୍ମସ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ କଣ୍ଡିସନ ଭଲ ଥିଲା ବଟ୍ that is not the thing
ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ବି ମୋ ମାଇଣ୍ଡକୁ ଆସିଲା ଯେମିତି ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ପିଲାକୁ ପଚାରିଥିଲି ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁରେ ମାଇଣ୍ଡରେ ରଖିଥାଉ ସେଟା କାମ ନ କରେ ଯେମିତି ଧର ମୁଁ ମାନେ ହିନ୍ଦୁ ମୁଁ ମୋର ଆସିଲି ଏଠି ଜଗନ୍ନାଥଙ୍କ ଫଟୋଟା ମାରିଛି ମତେ ଦେଖିଲା ବେଳକୁ ଭଲ ଲାଗୁଛି ମୁଁ ମୋର ଆଡମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେଟିଭ ଅଫିସର ତ ସେଇଟା ଠିକ ନା ଭୁଲ ମତେ ଲାଗେ ଏଇଟା ଜାଣିଥାଅ ମତେ ଲାଗେ ସେଇଟା ମୋ ପାଇଁ ଠିକ ହେଇପାରେ ମୋର ଫଟୋ ଯଦି ଇଆଡକୁ ମୁହଁ କଲା ଠିକ ମୁଁ ଏଠି ରଖିଲେ କଣ ହଉଛି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଯଦି ମୁସଲିମ ମହିଳା ଜଣେ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ବା ପୁରୁଷ ଜଣେ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ସେ ହଠାତ୍ ଭାବିବ ଯେ ସାର୍ ପାଖରୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ନ୍ୟାୟ ମିଳିବ ସେ ଯୋଉ ସେଇଥିରେ ସେ ଡିମୋରାଲାଇଜ ହେଇଯିବ କଣ ଆମକୁ କହିକି ଲାଭ କାରଣ ଏତେ ଯୋଉଠି ଚାକଚକ୍ୟ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥମୟ କରିଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ଧର ସେଇ ଟେମ୍ପଲ ଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡକୁ ନେଇକି ଇସ୍ୟୁ ଥିବ ତ ସେଇଠି ସେଇ ଜିନିଷରେ ରିପ୍ଲାଏଟା ଠିକ ସେଇ ଜାଗାରେ ଭାବିବ ଯେ ସେମାନେ ଯଦି ତାକୁ ନ୍ୟୁଟ୍ରାଲ କରି ଏଇଟା ଦିଆଯାଏ ସେଠି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆଡଜୁଡିକେସନ ହଉଛି ସେତିକିବେଳେ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ବସେଇଛନ୍ତି ସେଠି ଗୋଟେ ମାମଲା ଚାଲିଛି ଗଲା କିନ୍ତୁ ଏଠି ସେଇଭଳିଆ ଜିନିଷ ନୁହେଁ ସେମିତି ବି ଦେଖିବେ ଜଣେ ଡାକିଲେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସେଟା ଝିଅ ବାହାଘର ପୁଅ ବାହାଘର ସେମାନେ ଆସିବେ ଆମେ ବହୁତ ମାନେ ମୁଁ କପିଲ ସିବଲଙ୍କର ସେଇ ମତେ ବହୁତ ଖରାପ ଲାଗେ ସେଇଟାକୁ ଆମେ କାହିଁକି ଆମର ଗୋଟେ ଇମ୍ପାର୍ସିଆଲିଟିଟାକୁ ଇଣ୍ଟିଗ୍ରିଟିଟାକୁ ଆମେ ଏତେ ରିଡ୍ୟୁସ କାହିଁକି କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସେଠି ଭେଟି ଦେଲେ ଇଣ୍ଟିଗ୍ରିଟି ପଳେଇବ ସେଇଟା ହିଁ ହଉଛି ଭୁଲ ଯେମିତି ମତେ ବି ମେମ୍ବର କହିଲେ ଯେ ଚେୟାରମ୍ୟାନ ଆଉ ମେମ୍ବର ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ସେ ଯୋଉ ଇଏରେ we meet as a ମାନେ group individually ଗୋଟେ member meeting individually ଦୁଃଖ ଜାଣିବା
ଆପଣଙ୍କ ମାଇଥୋଲୋଜି କହୁଛି ଯେ ରାମ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେତୁ କରିଥିଲେ ପ୍ରଥମ ଯଜ୍ଞ ରାବଣ ଦେଇଥିଲେ ଦିଟାକ ଟୁ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଏନିମିସ୍ ବଟ୍ ଦେ ହାଭ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଣ୍ଟେଲେକ୍ଚୁଆଲ କନେକ୍ସନ ତ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜଣେ ପ୍ରାଇମ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର ଭେଟିଲେ ଇଏ ସହିତ ଆମେ କାହିଁ ସେଇ ପର୍ସପେକ୍ଟିଭ ଦେଖିବା ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ଯେ ଟୁ ଇଣ୍ଡିଭିଜୁଆଲ ନର୍ମାଲ ଲୋକ ଭେଟିଲେ କାରଣ ପ୍ରାଇମ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର ଇଜ ଦ ପିପଲ ଚୁଜନ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆର ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରୋସେସ ଅଫ ଇଲେକ୍ସନ वी ଚୁଜ आवर ପ୍ରାଇମ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର ତ ଆମର ଭଳିଆ ହିଁ ସେ ଜଣେ ଲୋକ ନା ତ ତାଙ୍କର ବି ଗୋଟେ ପର୍ସନାଲ ଲାଇଫ ଅଛି ତାର ଗୋଟେ ସ୍ପେସ ଅଛି ୱାଇ ଦେयर ଇଜ ସର୍ଟନ ଥିଙ୍ଗ ତାଙ୍କ ଫ୍ରେଣ୍ଡ ହେଇଥାଇପାରେ ତାଙ୍କ ରିଲେଟିଭ ହେଇଥାଇପାରେ ଆମ ମାଇଥୋଲୋଜି ତ ସେଇଟା ପ୍ରୁଭ କରିଦେଇଛି ଆମେ ଆଉ ତାକୁ ଦୂରକୁ ଯିବା କାହିଁ ଓକେ
I have no doubt about the integrity of the Chief Justice. A doubt no is that the integrity as the Chief Justice will also. See,
particular situation, this is not the first time. बहुत आगुरु एमती बहुत गुड़े आठु आउट की खराब सिचुएशन से की रोटी की जस्टिस ऑलरेडी जो बना है
सर्कुलर मते फील होची जो महाराष्ट्र इलेक्शन का हां ସେଇଟା ମୋଦିଙ୍କର କଣ ମାଇଣ୍ଡ ସେଟ୍ ସେଇଟା ଲୋକମାନେ ଏଇଟା ଜଜ କରିଦେବେ କିନ୍ତୁ ତାକୁ ଜୁଡିସିଆରୀ ସହିତ ନ ଇଏ କରିକି ବରଂ ତା ପର୍ସନାଲିଟା କହିପାରିବେ ଯେ ହଁ ଆମେ ବିକା କଲେ କି ଗୋଟେ ନିଜକୁ ପୋଲିସ କରାଉଛନ୍ତି ସେଇଟା ଆମେ କ୍ରିଟିସାଇଜ କରିପାରିବେ ପଲିଟିସିଆନ ବଟ୍ ଏଇଠି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଜୁଡିସିଆରୀ ଉପରେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ନେଇ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଭିଜୁଆଲ ଉପରେ ନେଇ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ଯୋଉଠିକି ଆମେ ଏପଟରେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଭଲ ସେପଟରେ କଣ ନାଇଁ ଓଭରଅଲ ଭଲ ଅଛି ମୁଁ ତ କହିବି 160 ଦେଖି ନବ ତାଙ୍କ କବି ଯୋଉଟା କହିଲି ସେଟା କେତେ ଗ୍ରୀନ ମଫଲର ଗୋଟେ ୱାର୍ଡ ଟର୍ମ ଜାଣିଛ
ଗ୍ରୀନ ମଫଲର
ସେଇଟା ନଏଜ ପଲ୍ୟୁସନ କୁ ଇଏ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟେସନ ଅଫ ଟ୍ରି କିଛିଟା ରୋଡରେ ରଖିଲେ ମାନେ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ସାଇଡରେ ଏସବୁ କଲେ ମାନେ ଇଏଟା ନଏଜଟା ବାହାରକୁ ଆସିବ ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଆଉ ଯେମିତି ସେଦିନ ତମ ଦିନ ଥିଲେ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ନଥିଲେ ବି ଭାବିବ ଯେ ମୋର ମାନେ ମେନ୍ସରେ ଏତେ ବଢିଆ କରିଛି ମୁଁ କଣ୍ଟେଣ୍ଟ ରାଇଟର ଥିଲି ବଢିଆ ମାର୍କ ଅଛି ମତେ ଗୋଟେ ଆଗକୁ ଦରକାର ଆଉ ସେଇ average score ପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ତ ଭଲ ରହିଛି, ମୋର ଭଲରେ କହିକି ଆସିଲି, ସେମିତି ଭାବେ ସେଇଟା କିଛି ମାନେ ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା ହେଇନି, ମ୍ୟାଡାମ କଣ ଆଉ ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା କହିବେ?
Now ମୁଁ ବି ସେ ଲେଖିଛି ତୁମର ଯେ clarity is there, good communication is there. Certain things I want to change in your wordings, like rice eating state, that is staple food. Okay. Again, you say that fish eating. Okay. More mone pone, I don't remember, but I think that I have written. You can check it out. It is pescatarian. Pescatarian means fish eating persons. Okay, don't rely on me. Another, what I told you, that how can we put Odia cuisines? Best is your millet mission. The world is running right now. 21st century is for millet mission, which is the integral part of Odisha. Okay, these are three things I have written also. Okay, make sure just I don't remember. I think pescatarian is the word. I think I have not remembered it. I just read few days back. So these are the things that sometimes I always tell that as a teacher I always tell, leave a mark on the judge that they will go home and think about you. Okay, so make sure of that. Everybody, I always say, when you meet a person, how do you remember that person? If you should have something which you don't know, and you don't want to know that, okay. And whenever you think you relate to that person, that is the work of an administrative officer also. Okay, so you have a very good chance to crack. Hope that you do well. Okay.
ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଏକ୍ସଟେଣ୍ଡ ଗଲା ମାନେ